We're back to work. We got 48 minutes of memory. The curse. Don Yenko Fastest Time Award 2015 Knoxville Corvair Convention. Concours d'Elegance. International Autocross. The V8 Registry People's Choice. This man has got a winning car. Some people write the check and some people build them. This has got a 427 small block. And this baby runs. It's a show-winning runner. Drive it till the wheels fall off. That hood scoop is just crazy. You see that thing coming, you think, wow, it's suction. Can you imagine? Fastest time of the day, People's Choice, V8 Registry. This car runs. Every time I see that coming around the corner, I think that's hell sucking everything in to that 427 small block. Holly double pumper, probably an 850. All it's missing is a shot of nitrous.
Imagine how loud it is in there.
Doesn't matter when you're young.
Oh, okay.
You enjoy it.
Yeah, you don't care.
You enjoy it when you're young.
That's what I was saying. If you're a true gearhead, that's a beautiful sound.
That's the sound of going to hell in a good way. Yeah, there it is. Feature car in Hot Rod Magazine. No boring cars here. Super duper V8 and it wins awards. Ding, ding, ding. V8 Registry People's Choice, Autocross, Don Yenko Fastest Time Award, and the Concours d'Elegance. Just another race car. Yeah. This thing go fast. Didn't crack 40 seconds though. Came so close.
I noticed this one set up with nitro.
Just what it needs, huh? A little nitrous boost.
Yeah.
Power Glide, you know, Porsche 930 transaxle of some sort. Don't ask me where people get the time to engineer these things to perfection. I'm gonna have trouble just getting my car washed and waxed. V8 car. Crown conversion, 350, 4-bolt mains, and what a project.
Like, what kind of money are we talking about? 40?
You don't talk about money.
$40,000?
You just do it. You farm some of it. You have the chrome shop do stuff. Doesn't come out right. They lose parts. You redo stuff. You don't like the way it's come, so you do it. Who knows?
Crazy.
You don't. If you kept track of it,
you don't
want to know. You just do it. You just do it. Corvair V8. Fender flares and an awesome paint job and a fuel cell and nitrous. We better move along here and get these great looking cars because things are rolling. Corvair Trike. This is the specialty vehicles. Corvair Trike. How cool is that? We've seen this, the Amante GT. This guy brought it to the track. This car, did I see this car? Oh yes, I did. This is the same fellow who has the load side, turbocharged, electronic fuel injection on the load side. We saw the El Cormino with 4 carburetors. How awesome is that? El Cormino. Dune buggy, this is a Sears Rascal. Never heard. Never heard.
Sears catalog.
So it's similar to the one Mr. Bruce Myers made.
It's very similar except for the rib on the hood. Bruce Myers says that we have an original Myers Manson.
He's still alive, I think, building ones that are longer.
Yeah, I just got his signature a couple weekends ago.
Really? Unbelievable. Building.
Old guy in the 80s, but he's still driving his buggy.
Still driving his buggy. I just saw one of these.
He drove it from California to New York this past couple of weeks.
Really?
Yep.
Mr. Bruce Meyer. I saw one of his creations, an original car that was built at a dealership in New Hampshire and never restored, just an original thing.
Some of those quotes, $30,000.
This was a pretty nice one. This is a Sears Rascal with a Corvair engine. Corvair suspension, manual shift, Saginaw, the clunky Saginaw. Not a Myers Manx, but a Sears Rascal. How do you like that? Corvair front cross member. Corvairs didn't have a floor that separated from the body, like the Volkswagens did. The Volkswagen, you ripped off the body, you had a floor chassis. Not on the Corvairs. So I suspect this fellow's used a big piece of checker plate as a floor. Yep. Steel checker plate with a checker plate floor mat. Interesting. Corvair Sears Rascal. I met this gentleman in Ventura, and now all these years later, 8 years later, I get to see the car. It's a Buick V8, similar to the, no, this is an Olds. This is an Olds V8. The Buick had the nail head. Similar engine, but done a little different. And this one's got no stinking mufflers. Huh.
That's my V8, Andrew.
This is the one that I saw you in Ventura. Now I get to see the car.
No, you saw me in Ventura. The
But
car
not
was back here.
the car wasn't.
Yeah.
I saw you. Now I get to see the car.
Now this has got the 300 Buick crank, so it's pumping out. Here now. Here, you got to take a picture.
So it's a Buick crank, but
Yeah, you got to take a picture.
Where did
of
that's
there.
uh-huh.
It's a 215 Olds, but it's got a 300 Buick crank, so it's 266.
Because the
Buick
Olds
engine.
didn't have the vertical valve covers. The Buick had the nail head valve covers. So they're similar architecture, but from the heads up, this is an Olds, the other one's the Buick.
Right. I've
The
got
nail
a set
head.
of the 64 Buick, went to a 300 cubic inch engine, dropped the aluminum block, went to cast iron, but kept the heads for 1 year. Those heads will bolt right onto this block. So one of these days, this will become a Buick engine.
The nail head style.
Deal
With the
style.
300
Correct.
long stroke crank.
300 crank, 300 heads. It's already got the 300 manifolds.
And you don't have any mufflers.
No.
You don't need no stinking mufflers.
Exactly. Every time I go into a cruise and everybody said, let's hear it. Couldn't hear it, didn't make any noise. So I said, well, shit, I will get rid of
We'll
those
fix that
mufflers.
right up.
It sounds just right.
That's what I did to my Spider when Michael Levesque built it. I had him leave the muffler off because the turbo silences it, and it was good. But at 40 miles an hour, after 5 years, it got old. It got old. I put a muffler on, now I can't hear it whistle.
Did you get the picture of the Cadillac, late model Cadillac tips? You know, I thought those.
Yeah. Good oval tips.
Yeah.
Awesome. You know what you ought to put right here?
I mean, you got some kind of resonator or
That
something
covers-
You ought to, what you ought to write is have a guy pinstripe it and say, just try it. Or too late. That would be good. I've got a neighbor with a Z28, a low miles, like a 15,000 miles, 69 Z28, and the tag reads, dare ya.
Okay.
This is awesome. Get to meet the man in the car all these years later. Automatic transmission power glide with an Olds engine with a long stroke crank, and he's going to put the Buick nail head on it. What a nice car. You'd never know in a million years till he cranks that baby up. But that is a serious V8 rear engine, all aluminum. All aluminum V8 in the back, and it doesn't weigh much more than the stock Corvair engine, maybe just the same. Beautiful interior and a power glide floor shift.
Vacuum modulator. That's been disconnected and it's so that it doesn't, you know, it
Crank.
shift quicker.
Should we crank it up for a second?
Yeah, you want to hear it?
Oh yeah.
Are
I'd
we
rather
live?
smell this than the barbecue they're making.
Nobody said we can't crank it up.
The fire marshal ain't around. Crank that baby up. Wake up the dead. All right, before you get arrested, you better turn it off. That sounds good, and it crackles. When you're slowing down, this thing must crackle and pop.
Yeah, that's the only thing I don't like about it.
That's the best part of it. That.
The guy with the front, Charles Moss, the guy with the gray one.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. You like that sound?
Yeah, no, I don't like the roomy sound.
Too noisy?
So noise.
Well, we got to train him then. We got a few years though. We can still train him. Yeah, the gray one, right. Well,
He's got Borla mufflers on it,
Uh-huh.
and it still is noisy. but
got
it
quite the
might-
bark.
Yeah, but it might modulate a little bit, you know. So it
See, you
doesn't
just need to
sound quite
slip them on. Go to
You want to replace
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
you want to replace the water pump in Denver? You didn't need to?
No,
No, it wasn't
no.
you. Okay.
Thank you for the cold crank. Thank you.
Okay.
Loved it. Thank you. And that's
What
sweet.
one was, now
V8 in the
this,
back.
Is this a